Vangelo.
Sangue
ceremony.
Na sporedu je ceremonija jemanja svetočišča. Ali lahko še enkrat dvignete roke tisti, ki bi radi vzeli svetočišče?
Okay. People, we will do it in the middle.
Bomo to naredili v sredi.
When we get a little bit sleepy.
Zdaj bo vsi zaspali.
So first, so yesterday we talked about the karma.
Včeraj smo govorili o karmi.
And that was the 6th chapter of this book.
In to je 6. poglavje knjige.
And now the 7th chapter is about loving kindness.
In 7. poglavje govori o nesebični ljubezni.
And loving kindness and compassion.
Nesebična ljubezen in sočutje.
So, we talk about loving kindness and compassion, kind of as if it is two things. But I think actually it's not really two things. We say that, okay.
Kadar govorimo o sočutju in nesebični ljubezni, ali pa drug prevod bi bila lahko ljubeča dobronamernost. Govorimo o tem kot o dveh stvareh, ampak v resnici to nista dve različne stvari.
Now, it's we start to think what is it that the most important thing for us?
Najprej začnemo z mislijo, kaj je tisto, kar je za nas najpomembnejše.
What is really the purpose of my life.
Kaj je smisel mojega življenja?
When I say purpose of my life, I'm not thinking from the point of view of, that kind of somebody, a creator has given me a purpose for my life.
Tukaj o namenu ali smislu življenja ne govorimo v kontekstu nekoga, ki me je ustvaril in mi dal s tem že nek namen.
But what is really most important for me from my point of view, from my inner heart?
Ampak govorimo o smislu življenja na način, da prihaja, kaj je tisto najpomembnejše, kar prihaja iz najglobjih globin mojega srca.
And there we don't try to think from like a Buddhist point of view or anything like that, but from really as a kind of as a person, as a human being, we try to think.
Tukaj ne govorimo o nečem, o čemer govori budistična doktrina, ampak poskušamo videti, razmišljati o tem, kar čutimo vsi kot človeška bitja.
And then when we think like that, I'm trying to use my left hand. My doctor told me that I'm always using my right hand. Okay. I should use my left hand.
Če pravi, da bo zdaj gestikuliral z levo roko, ker ga desna roka boli, mu je doktor rekel, ne z levo roko. Maja je doktor odrekel, če.
So, I think all of us, unless we are a little bit crazy, and it's different, but anybody who is a sane kind of a person, I think wishes that I would be, I don't suffer, I would be free from suffering.
Vsi, ki smo pri zdravi pameti, lahko rečemo, da vsak človek, ki je normalen, si ne želi trpljenja. To lahko rečemo, da si vsi, da je želel vseh nas, da bi se izognili vsakršnemu trpljenju.
And I have, the best kind of the most possible well-being and most possible happiness, joy, whatever best.
In da bi imeli čim več, kolikor se le da, največ možno radosti, sreče, dobrega življenja.
And that for not just some time, but forever.
In ne samo, da si to želimo za nekaj časa, ampak si želimo, da bi lahko večno bilo tako.
So that's our, natural kind of wish.
To je želja, ki se spontano, naravno pojavi samo od sebe.
Sometimes we don't express it like that.
Včasih je ne izrazimo na takšen način.
We sometimes even don't think in that way.
Včasih niti ne razmišljamo na ta način.
Somehow I remember that we don't ask this question also.
In kolikor se spomnim, se velikokrat tudi ne vprašamo tega vprašanja.
In the schools and people, they never ask what is it that really you wish. They only ask what you want to become.
V šolah ali pa izobraževalnih institucijah nas nikoli ne vprašajo, kaj si želite iz najgloblje srca, kaj si želite, ampak nas sprašujejo, kaj si želite postati.
When I was young also, when I was in the school, people used to ask, what do you want to become?
In ko sem bil majhen, so ljudje prišli v šoli in so rekli, kaj hočeš postati?
I used to say, I don't want to become anything.
Sem odgovoril,
like this.
nič nočem postati, jaz bi bil tako.
something like doctor or engineer or something of this kind.
Pravi odgovor je bil, kadar si odgovoril, da bi rad postal nekaj imenitnega, kot je doktor ali inženir.
Many Indian boys at one time even said, I want to become Gabbar Singh.
Veliko indijanskih dečkov je v enem času govorilo, da hoče postati Gabbar Singh.
Gabbar Singh was film character, Indian film character.
In Gabbar Singh je bil en lik v bistvu iz hollywoodskega filma.
He was a negative character.
Gabbar Singh je bil negativ.
He was a robber in the background.
Bil je razbojnik.
A very kind of strong target.
Ampak zelo močen in impozanten karakter.
So when he was, one time then when some of his men got defeated, then he used to say, 500 kilometers from here, at night, when children cry, they say, don't cry, otherwise Gabbar will come.
Potem, ko so njegovo bando porazili, je rekel Gabbar Singh, 500 kilometrov tukaj vse naokol, kadar otroci po noči očejo, jim rečejo, ne jokati, če ne bo prišel Gabbar Boga.
Now you have spoiled that name.
Zdaj ste pokvarili moje dobro ime. In vsi so se tresli od strahu.
It looked quite nice, I want to become Gabbar Singh.
Vsi otročki, majhni dečki so hoteli postati Gabbar Singh.
So why people say like that? Why people want to become doctor or, engineer or Gabbar Singh or whatever? Mahatma Gandhi.
In zakaj hočemo postati inženirji, doktorji, zakaj hočemo postati kot Gabbar Singh ali pa Mahatma Gandhi?
Because they have an idea, they have a picture that if you become like that, then all your problems are solved.
Ker imamo predstavo, da če bi postali taki, kot so ti ljudje, ali pa če bi postali to, potem bojo vsi naši problemi rešeni.
And therefore, all of us, those who are doing good things or bad things, always have this, that I want to do something that is, getting rid of my problems and sufferings and bring me the best kind of a possible, result, life. That's why those people who are doing good things also are doing with this intention. Those people who are doing bad things also doing with this intention.
In zato je tako, da vsi počnemo stvari, ne bodo to pozitivne ali pa negativne stvari, jih počnemo z motivacijo, da bi se znebili trpljenja in da bi zase pridobili najboljše možno življenje. In ne glede na to, ali počnemo dobre stvari ali slabe stvari, nas vse motivira ta želja, da bi se znebili trpljenja in imeli dobro življenje, najboljše možno življenje.
Sometimes, when people used to tell me that some people have death wish.
In nekateri ljudje si želijo umreti, tako so mu povedali.
They don't wish well all the time.
Ne želijo si dobrega zase, na vidus.
And I was thinking about that.
In sem razmišljal o tem.
I don't think it's death wish.
Jaz mislim, da ne gre za željo po smrti.
Some people, commit even suicide.
Nekateri ljudje celo naredijo samomor.
Why they commit suicide?
In zakaj naredijo samomor?
Many times, of course there are different reasons, but many times they want to commit suicide because they have so much problem or they have fear of so much pain and problem that they feel or they think, maybe wrongly, but they think that if they die, then all these problems are finished.
In zdaj seveda obstaja veliko razlogov, zakaj nekdo hoče narediti samomor, ampak ena skupna stvar je ponavadi to, da imajo ljudje ogromno problemov ali pa imajo strah pred bolečino in vsemi problemi, ki so se nakopičili v njihovem življenju. Na nek način si domišljajo, da bojo smrtjo vsi ti problemi izginili.
So therefore, they do that not because they don't want good things, but they want to end the suffering.
Torej, tudi to stvar samomor naredijo ne zaradi tega, ker ne bi želeli dobro zase, ampak zaradi tega, ker hoče končati svoje trpljenje.
So therefore, I think it's not death wish, but it is wish to end the suffering.
Zato mislim, da ne gre za željo po smrti, ampak želja, da bi končali trpljenje.
So this intention, very strong kind of instinct, or this very strong motivation is in everybody.
Tako da vsi imamo v sebi to zelo močno motivacijo, namero, željo, da bi bili srečni.
Now, if somebody tells me that, okay, you will be free from suffering, is that all? Is that enough for me?
Ok, zdaj, če bi mi nekdo rekel, osvobojen boš, popolnoma boš osvobojen trpljenja, a mi to že zadostuje?
Only me.
Samo zame bo konc trpljenja.
What about my dear and near ones?
Kaj pa moji bližnji?
What about my parents? What about my children? What about my, there are lots of people I love.
Kaj pa moji starši, moji otroci, kaj pa vsi tisti, ki jih imam rad?
So, if those people whom I really love, if they really suffer, is it that I'm free from suffering?
Če ljudje, ki jih imam resnično rad, še naprej ostajajo v trpljenju, ali bo res zame konc, tudi zame konc trpljenja, ali je možno, da je zame konec trpljenja?
I don't think people would feel that I'm free from suffering if somebody who I really loved is suffering.
Mislim, da ljudje ne bomo nikoli čutili, da smo osvobojeni vsega trpljenja, kadar ljudje, ki jih imamo resnično radi, naši bližnji tudi še zmeraj trpijo.
So, all of us has lots of people who have been taking care of us.
Vsi imamo v življenju ljudi, ki so skrbeli za nas in z ljubeznijo skrbeli za nas.
Who kind of dedicated their life
ki so svoja
for
življenja
our welfare.
posvetili naši dobrobiti,
Like our mothers.
kot na primer matere.
I used to say that mother's love to the child is the most unconditional love.
In ponavadi rečem, da je ljubezen matere do svojega otroka najbolj brezpogojno možna ljubezen.
And people argue.
In ljudje se potem pripirajo z mano.
And we have been debating for the last 23 years.
Zadnjih 23 let se debatiramo o tem.
I'm a little bit losing that.
Mislim, da malce izgubljamo v tej debati.
But you know, I really believe that mother's love is really special.
Ampak res verjamem, da je materinska ljubezen nekaj izjemnega, nekaj posebnega.
Sometimes people say that if my mother didn't want me, why did they produce me?
Včasih ljudje rečejo, če si moja mama ni želela, da bi nastal, zakaj so me naredili?
I say, don't be stupid.
Jaz jim rečem, ne biti neumni.
It's not that she produced you in order to produce you. You are a side effect.
Se vas niso naredili samo zato, da so vas hoteli narediti, ampak ste bili stranski učinki.
It's the most miraculous thing that she didn't throw you into the basket when you were born.
In ob tem je najbolj čudovita možna stvar, da vas niso zavrgli potem, ko ste bili rojeni.
Because you are nothing but trouble for her.
Ker se mama nisi v tistem trenutku nič drugega kot en kup težav.
I really think so.
Res tako razmišljam.
You are like a little bit piece of, you are not even like this chicken, The chicken, when they hatch, they can run and they can pick their own food and they are totally independent.
Še piščanci so boljši, ki se izležejo. Oni lahko laufajo okoli in sami jejo hrano in so neodvisni.
Human beings, even babies, are totally useless,
Miški dojenčki so pa popolnoma neuporabni.
The only thing they can make is lots of noise, lots of cry, and lots of shit.
Vse, kar lahko ustvarjajo, je veliko hrupa, ker se jokajo in veliko dreka sproducirajo.
And that's not for 1 day, not for 2 days, not for 1 year. It's just continuously.
To se ne dogaja en dan, 2 dni, 1 leto, ampak to kar traja in traja.
24 hours a day,
24 ur na
7
dan,
days a week,
7 dni na
12
teden,
months a year,
12 mesecev v
and
letu.
then year after year
Leto za
after
leto,
year.
leto za leto.
And even when you are grown up and become able-bodied, it's not the end.
In celo, ko smo odrasli in postanemo popolnoma sposobni, tudi takrat še ni konec.
Nowadays, there's something called teenager,
Dan za današnji poznamo pojem najstnikov.
when the parents really tremble.
Teh se starši najbolj bojijo, ker tresejo se.
Yes, I am a teenager. As if they have a demon.
Kada bi imeli enega demona.
Many people have ghosts in their house, like haunted houses and things like that. They don't care that much.
Pri mnogih ljudeh straši, ko imajo duhove v hiši, ampak se ne sekirajo toliko kot tega.
Teenager, they say, I have a teenager.
Če imajo pa najstnika, so pa popolnoma zgroženi.
So, almost all their life, and even if you are grown up, you always worry.
In celo življenje, tudi potem, ko zapustimo dom, starši še zmeraj, mama še zmeraj skrbi za nas. Skrbi, kako nam gre.
Recently, I met an old lady,
Pred kratkim sem srečal na starejšo gospo.
and she said that she has a daughter who is 35 years old.
In je rekla, da ima 35 let staro hčerko.
And she had some difficulties in her life and whatever, the work and things like that, and she got burnt out.
In hči je imela neke težave na delu in potem se je zgodil sindrom pregorelosti.
And then she went to see the psychologist or psychotherapist or whoever.
In tako je šla k psihoterapeutu.
And then she was told, you should cut off all connections with your mother.
In ta psihoterapeut je svetoval, prekinimo vse stike s svojo mamo.
Now this girl or lady told her mother that from now on I'm not going to talk to you at all.
In da gospodična je potem rekla svoji mami, od zdaj naprej se ne pogovarjam s tabo več.
The poor lady was so sad, so heartbroken.
In uboga gospa je imela zlomljeno srce zaradi tega.
Because she all her life tried to help her daughter through babyhood, through childhood, through teenager, through adulthood, everything. And now the result is that it's her fault that she has any problem.
In z ljubečo pozornostjo je skrbela za to svojo hči, kot je dojenček, kot je majhen otrok, skozi njena najstniška leta in zdaj na koncu za vse to je seveda, da je ona kriva vseh njenih težav.
So, I think really the mother's love for the child is so good, so pure.
Tako da res mislim, da je ljubezen, ki jo čuti mama do svojega otroka, dobra, najboljša in čista.
And sometimes people say, but yes, but she is also selfish.
Potem včasih ljudje reče, ja, ampak je pa tudi sebična.
And she has anger and all sorts of things.
In se razjezi, ima vse jezo in najrazličnejše stvari.
Why not?
Zakaj pa ne?
She's not nobody else. She's also another person like me. Yeah?
Se je ravno tako človek kot jaz.
With all the problems, with all the
težavami,
emotions, with all the, ups and downs.
Z vsemi vzponi in padci.
So, how can somebody be not angry or not emotional or not shout at you, once or twice in a life, when you are so difficult?
In kdo na svetu se ne bi kdaj razjezil in bil razburjen, ga preplavijo čustva in se mogoče enkrat ali dvakrat zadere na nas v življenju, še posebej, kadar smo zelo težavni.
Yeah. Even if she beats you, I think she's okay.
Mislim, da tudi, kadar, če nas mama kdaj udari, da je še zmeraj v redu.
So therefore, when somebody, and there, we have, this kind of life there. And it's not only mother, there are lots of people we have experienced this kind of, dearness, love, kindness, friendship.
In seveda, to je takšna vrsta ljubezni, prijateljstva, dobronamernosti, ljubeče pozornosti, obstaja tudi strani drugih ljudi, ne samo strani matere. Vsi poznamo primere, ko so tudi drugi ljudje se na tak način obnašali.
It is said that human beings live by the love of others.
In rečeno je, da ljudje lahko obstanemo zaradi ljubezni drugih.
I think I told the story of Tolstoy.
Mislim, da sem vam povedal zgodbo o Tolstojevo zgodbo.
How many of you know this story?
Kdo pozna zgodbo?
Human beings live by the love of others.
Zgodbo o tem, kako ljudje lahko obstajamo zaradi ljubezni drugih.
Yeah? Maybe I should tell this.
Okay, mogoče moramo povedati še enkrat zgodbo.
It's a story, very short kind of story told by, Tolstoy, the Russian writer.
Ruski pisec Tolstoj je napisal to kratko zgodbo.
But it is actually a folktale. I think it's a folktale.
V resnici gre za ljudsko pripovedjo.
It is said that there was a cobbler, a shoemaker.
Nekoč je bil en čevljar
near Moscow.
Blizu Moskve je živel.
And he was a kind-hearted person.
Bil je zelo dober človek.
So he gave credit.
Zato je ljudem izvolil čevlje za ston, kredit.
So therefore he didn't have much money.
Zato nikoli ni imel veliko denarja.
But now Christmas is coming.
In potem je pa prišel Božič.
And it's very cold, of course, in Moscow.
In seveda v Moskvi je za čas Božiča zelo mraz.
So, and he and his wife, they had just one fur coat.
In čevljar in žena sta imela skupaj samo en plašč, krznen plašč.
So he thought now he's go to the town, Moscow, and get all the money that people owed him, and then buy another nice fur coat for his wife, and then buy lots of these goods for the Christmas.
In tako čevljar je rekel, ok, zdaj bo Božič, bom šel v mesto in bom vseh ljudi, ki mi dolgujejo denar, bom prosil, da mi ga dajo. Potem bom kupil en lep krsnen plašč za mojo ženo in še nakupil stvari, da bomo imeli lep Božič.
And then he went, but then everybody had problems. Maybe there was an economic problem.
In potem je šel, ampak vsi ljudje so bili nekako, so imeli tudi finančne probleme. Zgleda, da je bila takrat tudi finančna kriza v Rusiji.
If you look into the history, almost every time there is an economic problem.
Če malo gledamo zgodovino, zgleda, da so kar te ekonomske krize se kar naprej ponavljajo.
So he didn't get any money.
Tako da ni uspel zbrati več denarja.
So he was coming back,
In je prišel nazaj domov.
and when he passed near the church, near his village,
In je šel mimo cerkve v svoji vasi.
he saw a completely naked man on the ground.
Je videl enega moškega, popolnoma golega, kako leži na tleh.
So first he thought, oh, I should not interfere. I will get into trouble.
Najprej si mislil, tukaj nekaj hudo narobe, boljše, da se ne vpletam, bom imel težave.
And then he thought, but if I leave him, he will die.
Potem je pomislil, ampak če ga pustim tle, bo pa zmrznil, bo umrl.
So I can't do that.
Ne moram ga
So
pustiti.
he went and they talked to him, and he was not dead,
Zato je šel do njega, ga nagovoril in videl, da ni mrtev.
but he was not very clear what he was saying.
Ampak govoril je zmedeno.
So he put his coat on him and then brought home.
Zato ga je ovil s svojim plaščem krznenim in ga odpeljal domov.
Now his wife was waiting for him
In medtem je pa žena čakala nanj
and looking from the window,
in gledala skozi okno.
expecting that she will bring a fur coat and lots of presents.
In pričakovala je moža z novim krznenim plaščem in veliko mnogo darili.
And then she saw him bringing nothing but his own coat also on this naked man, bringing it.
In je videla, kako prihaja njen sam, da ni ničesar nosil, ampak še njegov plašč je bil ogrnjen okoli tega golega moškega.
And she got very angry.
In se je razjezila.
She thought, maybe I will not allow him to come.
Mogoče ga pa sploh ne bom spustila noter, si mislim.
But then she thought, poor man, he will die and maybe he will freeze and maybe his friend also will freeze. So she opened the door.
In je rekla, ok, joj, moj bogi mož, če jih ne spustim noter, bosta oba s prijateljčkom zmrznjena, ko je odklenila vrata in jo spustila noter.
And a little bit soup she had, she shared it with him.
In ker je imela nekaj malke juhe skuhane, jima je dala za jesti.
At that time, the man smiled.
In takrat se je možakar nasmehnil.
When he smiled, the whole house became full of light.
In ko se je ta možakar nasmehnil, je celo hišo, celo sobo preplavila luč.
And then she told this man, now if you want to stay here, you have to work.
Ampak žena je potem rekla temu moškemu, ok, če hočeš ostati tukaj, moraš delati.
And he said, I'm ready to work, but I don't know what to do.
In možakar je rekel, v redu, jaz bom delal, ampak kaj ne pa delam, se ne vem, kaj ne počnem.
You can learn how to make shoe.
In je žena rekla, ok, lahko se naučiš delati čevlje.
And he tried and he knew. He very quick learner. In a few days he became better than his master.
In začel se učiti in bil zelo hitro se učil in nekaj dneh je postal boljši od mojstra čevljarja.
But in no time, this shoemaker became very famous.
In tako je v zelo kratkem času tudi ta čevljar postal slaven.
And lots of orders came.
Začel dobivati ogromno naročil.
And one day, one of the richest men came.
In potem nekega dne je prišel en najbogatejših ljudi tam na okolje.
And he had a very special leather with him.
In s sabo je prinesel neko posebno vrsto usnja.
And he gave this leather to the cobbler and said, can you make a shoe that will last for 3 years?
In je dal to usnje čevljarju in ga vprašal, a lahko narediš tak čevelj, da bo zdržal 3 leta?
And then he looked at his student
In
and he said yes, and then he took this order.
In potem je mojster pogledal svojega vajenca in rekel, ja, lahko to naredimo, in je sprejel naročilo.
And when he left, again he smiled.
In ko je odšel, se je spet nasmejal.
And when he smiled, it lit the whole night.
Ja, ko se je vajenc zasmejal, se je spet cela hiša napolnila z lučjo.
And then, next day or 2 days after, the cobbler found that his student didn't make a shoe, but a slipper that in Russia they used on dead bodies with this leather. Dead bodies. Slipper that is used
for dead bodies.
Yeah.
Okay. In čez 2 dni je mojster prišel pogledati, kaj je vajenc naredil, in je ugotovil, da je vajenc naredil posebno vrsto copata, ki se v Rusiji uporablja za to, da jih nataknejo na mrtve ljudi, na trupla.
And so he was very angry.
In se je zelo razjezil.
He was shouting at him.
In je začel kričati na vajenca.
Why you do this? This is supposed to be the most expensive leather. You want to spoil me and my business. You know, he's one of the most, powerful men in the country.
In kaj si naredil? To je bilo najboljše možno usnje in ti si ga uničil, kaj? A mi hočeš uničiti posel? To je eden najvplivnejših ljudi v Rusiji, ki je naročil te čevlje.
He hadn't finished shouting at him, and there was a big knock at the door.
In še preden je končal s svojim kričanjem, je na vratih potrtalo.
They opened the door, and there was the chariot, the driver of this big man.
In so odprli vrata in je na vratih je bil kočijaš od tega pomembneža ruskega.
And he said, we don't need a shoe anymore. We only need a slipper for the dead body, because the important man died last night.
Ne rabimo več čevljev, zaradi tega, ker je moj gospodar prejšnjo noč umrl, rabimo samo še tiste copatke, ki jih Rusi nataknejo na truple.
So they said, okay, here it is.
So rekli, ja, imamo.
And then next day, a lady came with 2 little children, 2 little girls.
In naslednjega dne je prišla ena gospa z 2 majhnima punčkama.
And one little girl had one leg shorter than the other.
In ena od teh punčk je imela eno nogo krajšo od druge.
And then she wanted shoes, special shoes made so that these 2 legs can be equal.
In gospa je rekla, da bi rada imela take čevlje, da bi se izenačili obe nogi, da bi lahko deklica normalno hodila.
And this lady was so kind and loving to these little children.
Ta gospa je bila izjemno ljubeča do svojih majhnih otrok.
And when they left, again he smiled.
In ko so odšli, se je ta vajenc spet nasmehnil.
And when he smiled, the whole house became light.
In ko se je nasmehnil, se je cela hiša napolnila svetlobo.
Then he told the cobbler and his wife, gentlemen, told his cobra and his
In
wife.
potem je vajenec rekel čevljarju in njegovi ženi:
Thank you very much.
hvala lepa,
Now it's time for me to go.
zdaj pa čas zame, da odidem.
So they were a bit shocked.
In oba sta bila rahlo pretresena.
Why you have to go? We are doing so well here. Please stay.
In zakaj pa moraš iti, saj nam gre zelo dobro.
They said.
Prosim, ostani.
But he said, no, I can't stay because actually I'm not a human being.
In on je rekel, ja, ampak ne moram ostati, ker v resnici nisem človek.
I'm an angel.
Jaz sem angel.
I've been sent down to the earth to learn three most important things about human beings.
In tukaj dol na zemljo so me poslali zato, da se naučim tri najbolj pomembne stvari o človeku.
I was sent to take the soul of a dying lady who just gave birth to a twin.
In najprej so me poslali, da naselim dušo gospe, ki je umirala ob rojstvu dvojčkov.
And then the mother was appealing so much, saying that please don't take my soul, please don't let me die. Because if I die, my three little children will die also. Because there is nobody who can look after them.
Ja, v bistvu so angel poslali po njeno dušo, ker ne bi umrla. In ženska je rekla, prosim, ne vzemi moje duše, ne moram umreti, ker sicer bosta moja dva otroka ostala brez kogarkoli, ki bi skrbel za njo.
So he took pity on her and went back.
Zato se je usmilil in šel nazaj na nebesa.
And then God punished him.
In Bog ga je kaznoval za to.
You disobeyed me, so your wings are gone.
In je rekel, nisi se mi pokoril, zato ti bom vzel krila.
So unless and until you learn three most important things about human beings, you will not get back your wing. You will not return to heaven.
In je rekel, dokler se ne naučiš, Bog je rekel, dokler se ne naučiš treh najpomembnejših stvari o človeku, ne dobiš nazaj kril in se ne moč vrniti v nebesa.
But now he said, I've learned three most important things about you.
In je rekel, vajenec, ampak zdaj sem se naučil tri najpomembnejše stvari o človeku.
Now I can go back.
In zdaj grem lahko nazaj v nebesa.
So they asked the cobra and his father, what did you learn? What is it?
Pa sta čevljar pa žena vprašala, ampak kaj si se pa naučil, kaj so tri najpomembnejše stvari?
He said, the three times I smiled, I learned three most important things about human beings.
In je rekel, trikrat vsakič, ko sem se nasmehnil, sem izvedel, se naučil tri najpomembnejše stvari o človeku.
So the first time I smiled, I learned that human beings have kindness in their heart.
In ko sem se prvič nasmehnil, sem se naučil, da imajo ljudje, da ima človek ljubezen v svojem srcu.
Because we don't know each other, I was totally stranger, but you didn't leave me to die, you saved my life. So I could understand that human beings have kindness in their heart.
Nisva se poznala, bil sem ti popoln tujec, ti si rešil moje življenje in me povabil v svojo hišo in takrat sem razumel, spoznal, da ima človek v svojem srcu ljubezen.
And second time, what I learned was that human beings don't know when they're going to die.
In drugič je stvar, ki sem jo spoznal, da človek ne ve, kdaj bo umrl.
Because when this rich man came, powerful man came, and he was kind of, at that moment I could see behind him my friend, another angel, about to take his soul away.
Zato, ker ko je prišel ta bogat človek, vpliven človek, sem videl, da je za njim stal moj kolega, angel, ki bo vsak čas vzel njegovo dušo.
But he was bargaining that the shoe should last for 3 years.
Ampak vpliven človek se je trdo pogajal, da če naroči čevlje, morajo trajati vsaj 3 leta.
And the third thing I learned is that human beings live by the love of others.
In tretja stvar, ki sem se jo naučil, je bila ta, da ljudje živimo ali pa obstajamo lahko zaradi ljubezni drugih.
Because these little children, this lady brought, were the same children whose mother died, whose mother I didn't take, so but she died anyway.
In zato, ker sem videl, da sta ti 2 punčki, ki sta prišle, sta bile tisti 2 hčerki, dvojčici, ki bi se morali, ki ste se rodili v umirujoči ženski. Sicer nisem vzel njene duše, ampak kasneje je ta ženska vseeno umrla.
And even if her mother died, and when her mother died, actually her body, dead body fell on one of the legs of the little children, of the baby, and that's why it was injured.
In kljub temu, da je mama umrla, v bistvu ta deklica je imela poškodovano nogo, zaradi tega, ker je, ko je mama umrla, padla na nogo.